in my hand. You gotta come over here to see what's in my hand. It says I am live. Rebecca is here. Rebecca, as you can see it, I'm showing it over here. So you're draining one location and you're heading over to the Bat Cave. Join me on the Bat Cave and say hello. Join the Bat Cave, say hello. We've got Rebecca over here. Do you see it, Rebecca? Do you see what I got? It's so cute. I'm so excited. Following the moderator's lead. Good. The room's slowly starting to fill up. Great job, everybody. Great job. Great job. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, you guys are great. This is fantastic. We're doing it. Look, everybody who's on this side of the coin, who's joining us in the Bat Cave right now. Check it out. Oh, you finally got to go live. I love that, Deborah. Yay. You guys, can you hear me better now too? Does this totally help? So again, you're headed over to the Bat Cave, hanging out here for our live. We're going to be having a chit chat. If you see the signal behind me, that means you know where to go. We'll hang out here for one more minute. Everybody say good morning to each other in the chat. While we're filling up here, we're disconnecting here. We all know where we're headed. So good morning. Is this great? Yes. I'm here, I think. Here. Okay, how cute. It is. It is. And it's so that as I was recording the audio, good morning, everyone. Remember that we're headed over to the cave that is the Bat Cave. So this feed that we're on right now on Tiki Tacky, I'm going to be ending that. So if you're interested in doing an activity for your live, yeah. And I'll make sure I figured out how to cut out this, by the way, on the recording. That's the good part. This part I've learned how to kind of skip ahead. But you're headed over to where the moderators are sending you so that you can join a conversation and a technique that I think folks will be interested in that I'd like for you to have. I'm not telling you what it is. You got to be over here. Sorry. I'm being ambiguous on purpose. So I'm going to end our live here and we're going to head over to here so that you can join in. And while you guys are getting ready, just grab your tea, say hello. In the chat, put your favorite emoji. Find your favorite emoji while you're waiting. What's your favorite emoji in the chat? Find it, stick it in there. See if you can make someone smile. Remember how you'd use emojis to like make a sentence? Like you'd have to figure out what a person's trying to say. You could always do that as well. But friends, you're joining me over in the Bat Cave. You're joining me over in the Bat Cave. So that, and you're saying hello over there. So I love you guys. There's Miss Kennedy. Kennedy, to the Bat Cave. To the Bat Cave. Oh, look, it actually doesn't show up. Okay, you know what's cool? On the Tiki Tacky, this doesn't even show up. So they don't even know what this is. You got to be over here. So we're leaving the live feed on the Tic Tac. So, and we're headed over to where the moderators are guiding you. And I'm going to count it out. So I think our room's pretty full. We've got an angel number 44. So I'm going to close out this live and head everybody over here. So 5, I love you, I love you. 4, I love you, I love you. 3, I love you, I love you. Make sure you're headed to the Bat Cave. 2, I love you, love you. 1, I love you, love you. I'll see you over there. Or be square. There's nothing to say. Right? There, be square. What did that mean anyway? Okay. Thanks, friends. We did it. Hi, friends. Okay, so I recorded that one video where, and welcome. I should reset it so that I know to reset. But I recorded that one live and listened to the audio, and someone had mentioned in the comments how it was wonking in and out really bad. So I had mentioned to Mr. Han, I said, I think that big microphone isn't working. And I've tried to buy a little one before and it didn't work because I bought mine. Can you help me? And he found me this. Didn't tell me. Wasn't like, yeah, I got that. Just was like, this is what I love. Didn't like, okay, yes, let's go find it. It just randomly, like, actually just did it. And it came in the mail. And he got the right one and set this up for me last night. So good morning. Now we have a way to hear each other and not have the mic cut in and out on the audio. Look at all our friends who are here. 55 friends. Good morning. So hopefully you're subscribing to this channel so you can see and hang out all together and we can have this chat. And this may be a chat you've had before. Maybe this is a topic you've considered before, but I think it's important for us to talk about it because there's also a tool at the end that we can all use together. Plus, I think it's important to have this video out in the tube that is you world and you all commenting. And I like to take your comments and make sure I keep them as part of this chat and build them into this chat as things to consider so that we can empower folks. Because as we know, with the TikTok world, it's fickle. Create a video, it'll last for like a week or so, and then it's just lost in the algorithm. But what's nice when it's on a channel is somebody can go back and revisit a topic, and so much more easily. So I'm excited to chat with you guys. So good morning. How is everybody doing today? I love all the emojis everybody picked. I will angle the camera so it's not just a floating head. Hold on a minute. Let me get situated. Here we go. All right. Be a good girl. I'll be back. You're okay. Good job, Rebel. Okay. All righty, my friends. And I could take a deep breath. Welcome in. Hi again. Sub to this channel too. Yay. I'm so glad, you guys. Welcome in. Right. Thank you, Mr. Hannah. I'm so glad this is working. These lives are been posted? Yes, they're reposted, and you can even go back and revisit them, which is what I love. So I do readings here as well, absolutely, which I love, because then you get a recording of the reading. It's not just hope you hit me, hope you find it, hope you remember it. You can actually go back and rewatch. So I like that. It kind of brings down, again, the manic energy. I'm so glad, my friends. I love this. I love that we can do this together. So let me calm my energy of trying to get the ticky-tacky open, getting the tube of you that's open, and let's chat for a second. I'd like to be able to go back and watch it. Yes, exactly. And apparently, even if you pop in on a live stream, so if you're getting the little bell, the notification bell, and you pop in a live stream, you can rewind a live stream and watch it. So you're not like, oh, I caught the middle of it. What does this mean? So we can go all the way back and still watch it, which is amazing. You're amazing. Oh, I love you guys. I love that we get to do this together. This is so much fun. So that said, can we do the good morning song? We all good with that? We got to do the good morning song. Like, it's a thing, right? Like, we have to. Maybe I'll have to edit it out because maybe they won't let me air it, but I'll make sure I edit that part out. But we got to do our good morning song. So warning, cover your Googly's ears. So if you have Googly near you, I guess I can say that word. I don't even want to alert yours. Cover your Googly's ears while I pull up the good morning song. Okay, so here we go. And grab your microphone. I'm going to use the spoon my son was using. It's such a cute spoon. It even has an H on it. I don't know where we got this. I think it was my mother-in-law's. Another mine has an H on it, but I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Hey, Google, play the Good Morning Song by Lenny YouTube official video. I have to turn up the volume now. Wait, I should be covering my mic, huh? I'm learning. Hey, Google, turn up the volume. And sometimes life kind of sucks, but you got this. We're going to restart it. Hey, you never know. There's a million different ways that this whole day could go. Yes, we are. So I'm just all right, here we go. You got it. Good morning. I know it's hard to wake up because the sun's in your eyes, and sometimes life kind of sucks, but you got this. And hey, you never know. There's a million different ways that this whole day could go. So I'm just popping in to say, I hope you have a good day. I love good that. Morning. And that's the reminder that you can reset your day and make the day that you want to have. Sometimes by a simple song, putting on a song. Does anyone else notice how it resets your energy? Like, just like that, no matter what's going on, no matter what you're feeling in that moment, you can kind of feel that little reset button. Different songs work for different people. So I just want to remind you that this is your opportunity. Whatever song that is for you, have it on your cue, have it in your background, have it near you. And if you have a song, I'd love to know, like, what song resets you. But this is our reset song, and I love that. It's the way we start our morning, our day, our afternoon. So good morning, my friends. I just love the good morning song. I do. I really love it. I love that it found us. I mean, it's one of those videos and one of those songs that, like, we've been doing this now for over a year if you've been together on this channel. And that song is just, it's stood the test of time, especially when, as an ADHD person, not everything stays the test of time with me, right? I get burned out on it, but it's pretty amazing that this song has hung with us. Oh, Kimmy says, Golden Hour by Jive, or JVKE. I totally said that wrong, didn't I? Oh, I'll have to listen to that. Let me know your songs. Let me know what songs, if you have one that you'd use as a reset. I love that. Let's give each other a tool. So if you have a song that like this one is my reset song, I'd love it. If you have it in the comments, let's start that way really quick. I'd love to hear it. Rebel, you can come sit with us. Rebel, you can sit with us. But we're just sitting down hanging out. You can sit down, but you have to sit on your spot. Let me see. Is there anything? Edge of 17 is mine. Oh, I love that. Goodness of God by CC Winan. Oh, I love that. Mine will age me, LOL. Miss J, age away. Easy like Sunday morning. Oh, I love this. I told you my spirit song, Believe. Yes. Rebecca, that's such a good song. Thank you for that one. I just want to give anyone a chance to put it in the comments, put it in the chat. I'll even have it on the video. Because it's nice to know, like, it's fun too to hear, like, as a community, what brings you joy? What songs reset you? And then if someone's feeling burned out on a song, maybe this will excite them. Maybe this will ignite somebody to listen to a new genre or listen to a song that is empowering, or it's a song to them that is already empowering. And it's neat to know that someone else also is empowered by the same song. Let's see. Thank you. Jenny says, World's Smallest Violin by AJR, but this changes regularly, right? Exactly, right? Spirit in the Sky. Oh, that is a good one too by Judy says. Barbara says, Spirit Lead Me. Yes, Barb. I love that one. Oceans by Hilltops. Colette. Yes, that's such a good one too. Closer to Fine. Indigo Girls. Oh, I love that one too, Miss J. Drive by Incubus. I listened to the song, says Emily, on my way to mediumship reading, and my grandma came through and told me to take the driver's seat in my life. It was powerful. Oh, I love that. Don't forget to live the life as well. I love it. Don't forget to live the life. To live the life as well, says Kimmy. Tammy Roth. I like Spirit Lead Me too. I do like that one too. Oh, like. Okay. Yes. Don't forget to like the live, friends. Thank you, Kimmy. Kimmy's like, please don't forget, friends, to hit the like. We have 60 people in the room. We have 17 likes. So please make sure you're hitting the thumbs up and are able to like the live. I appreciate that, my friends. Hold On BT Mix by Sarah McLachlan. Yeah, I love that. I love these songs. Great job, everybody. Bohemian Rhapsody will never not pump me up. Okay, truth, right? How many of us sing along to that too? How can you, like, that's one of those songs that you can't not sing along to. Scaramouche, Fandango. Even if you don't know the words, right? And those notes. And you know you'll never hit those notes, but you're so willing to give it a try. I love this. Thank you, Prince. Oh, how? It's okay. No, thank you. Make sure to turn on your notifications for Huggable Healer to all so that you're always notified when the lives and the new videos. Thank you, Kimmy. Maybe sounds dumb, but how do we like it? So Jenny's saying, how do we like the live? That's mods. They're great at answering those questions. And again, when I save this video, I will be cutting this section out. So don't worry, you guys. You won't have to go back and rewatch this. But you can also fast forward or rewind, which I love. So you can always fast forward through this as well. Mine is odd, but it's Hallelujah. No, Valerie. Hallelujah. Never will hit those notes. Hallelujah. 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 There you go. That's my version of it. I always go to the fight song. Yes, right? This is my fight song. Today, my song is Flowers by Miley Cyrus, right? I can buy myself flowers. Finding those songs that empower you. It's true. I love this. Exit the chat to like the live. Okay, and then you come back in. Thank you. So it says exit the chat, hit like as it's a regular video, then click the live chat button to come back in. Thank you, friends. We've got up to 38 likes in here. I really appreciate it. Thanks, everybody. Everybody's helping. Thank you. The other one. Okay. Okay, back to work. Love you, Kimmy. Love you. Have a good morning, my friend. Love my Kimmy. Thanks for popping in. And again, if you all are already following Always Kimmy, she's talking about also, I'm going to spill some tea. I don't know if Kimmy's still in here. I'm spilling some tea. She's talking about also having a Tube of You channel. Now I can say actually, right? The YouTube channel as a way to connect with her. So I'm just saying, I might be telling on her. I might be telling some secrets right now, but there we go. Have a good day, Kimmy. April, I have the same issue. Are you kidding? I have stubby little fingers, so my ability to type is super low. So I have the same problem. Okay. All right. Rebel's losing her ball. Okay. There you go. You leave all the time Rebel wants to play ball. She's like, I want to play ball right now, Mom. All right. So let's have our chat. Let's have our chat. If you're regularly in these lives, then you've had this chat with me before. But I want us to have this as an open discussion because there's so many folks who are new to this came up a lot last night. And this also came up again this morning. The spirit was like, get up, let's talk about this. And I did a video and ended up watching the video and rewriting the notes because I couldn't believe what came through. But it came up last night talking about attachments, right? And I know that a lot of us have had this conversation before. This is a topic that we visited before. Um, I would love, though, your input and your insights because to some folks, this is going to be a new topic and it's a very scary topic. And it opens up some wounds and some concerns and fears of theirs. So if we can talk as a community, and you all are helping with this, right? I could sit here and talking to the camera myself, hit a record, have a video and post it, but I want everyone's insights on what you've heard about what attachments are. So when I say the words attachments in the spiritual community, can you give a description in your own words of what is an attachment when you hear people talk about it? What are they referring to? So if you're willing to, I'd love to read your thoughts, your perceptions, and welcome in and good morning, everybody. This is just going to be I'd say about a 15, 20-minute discussion of not only what attachments are and what we've heard they are, what we could maybe lean into believing what they are. And then let's talk about ways to actually empower yourself rather than disempower yourself through the belief of something being attached to you. So let me give you a tool to walk away with that's going to empower you above and beyond maybe some belief systems that we have to unpack a little bit. So let's hear what you guys say. When you say attachment, I think of a possession or negative energy, says Jenny. Jay says, when I hear attachment, I think of negative energy. Jill, I feel we are just picking up on negative energy, not necessarily evil spirit. Great. Just going to hold space. I know I'm usually in a hurry on these lives. We don't have to be on the tube of you. We can take it slower, which is nice. And you're going to hear Rebel playing in the background. Too much negative energy, says Gigi. This is really good. Thank you, friends. And welcome to everybody who's in the room right now. Thank you so much. Just going to make sure I'm not missing anyone's comment. Of course, I have spirit knows. Of course, I do right now. Okay. Anyone else before I move on? I just want to make sure I don't miss a comment. Makes me think of some gremlin clinging to someone, or like the grunge sitting on someone's back, says Miss J. Ooh, that's really good. Can attachments have a positive connection? Interesting, right? Can we be attached to something, or can an attachment have a positive connection? I like that question, Tammy. I hope this gives us something to consider as we're moving forward this topic. All right, so let's talk about exactly that. We a lot of times when we think about attachments, right, it has a negative connotation. It's something that's attached to us. It's something that we have somehow picked up, like a bad odor in a room, right? We walked into this room and now we're walking out with this funk and this stench on us. And we're not sure like where it came from and what it is and what do we do with it. And now we need to go to some type of cleaner to or cleaners to remove it, right? I don't believe in attachments. Why would anything or anyone want to attach to me? Says April Kimberly. I love this. Exactly. So let's talk about that. Like, this is what folks believe. This is a belief system that can, and again, it's rooted in residual energy, says Barb. Thank you, Barb. So you've walked in and you're like, oh, I have a stink and a stench. I need to go to the cleaners. And so I could take my clothes to a cleaner so they can remove the stench. And you go and you just can't get rid of it. A lot of folks have this belief that there's something attached to them, it's on them, and it won't leave them, and they need somebody to come in and remove that attachment from them, right? That's one of the belief systems that are out there, and it's one that creates a lot of fear for folks. They have this fear-based belief that they are somehow being victimized, they're being of stuff going on in their life, that it's created from and coming from some external source that is causing them harm and discord, and they're exhausted by it. It's a genuine, like, it's not like it's just psychosomatic, right? This is genuinely happening in someone's life. So I don't ever want someone to think I would even be remotely discrediting these experiences that they're having. And so when you're trying to search of why does this keep happening, why every time I go up this hill do I just end up sliding back down, and the exhaustion of it, and then a belief system or a person, or maybe there's something has come across your path that has said, well, it's because you have this shadow, like the shadow that's casting behind me right now. You have this like negative energy, and it's around you, just like kind of what you're seeing my shadow on this live right now. Good morning. Which was hopefully why I was trying to create the lighting I created, right? You see this, and maybe you see that, right? Like if you're ever doing some healing work or spiritual work, and you kind of see this dark shadow being cast, and you're like, it can be scary. Think about as a kid when you saw your own shadow, literally being scared of your own shadow, right? And the joke is like, gosh, my gosh, you're scared of your own shadow, because we don't necessarily recognize how much of that is our own energy, right? We are a multifaceted being. We have the lighter sides of us, and we have the darker sides of us. We have things about us, and we are equating that to an external source. We are equating that to something else creating that dark side, rather than recognizing that we have these, that we're multidimensional, that we have the highs and we have the lows, and we have the heavy, and we have the light, and they're all part of who we are. And that we have these experiences in life because the world is messy, and we have these experiences, right? And it's not necessarily that there is some type of energy external from us that is somehow creating these negative experiences in our lives. That sometimes we are attached to identifying it as something separate from us, and we detach from uh, the recognition that we have sometimes are out of balance. Sometimes we're kind of heavy in the hurt, and or we're overly walking around a cloud, and that life kind of comes out and balances us out, and that the contrast of the two is what makes a whole person. And it's how we interact with our energy, and how we interact with the situations that can bring us down or that can lift us up, and that we have that power, and that we are empowered, and it's not something that is doing this to us. And we give our power away, and then it allows someone else to come in and play hero for the day, right? Someone else can come in with their belief, and how they can come in and they can remove this attachment from you, and they can give you this or that, and it's going to make your life better because you need them. And whenever somebody tells me I need them, and it's something that's external for me, and that I have no control over, and I need someone else to come in and fix this for me, I have to look at the motivation of that person. I have to look at the motivation of that belief system. Who is that empowering? And who is that disempowering? And the recognition of that, right? Like, am I giving my power away because I want to be detached from where this is coming from? And I want it to be, maybe there's a part of me that wants it to be external. It's something to consider. What do you guys think? Let's see. I want to hear what you guys have to say. I use Dana's protection bubble. Change your mindset, I believe, releases it. Attachments could be positive spirits coming around often. I've told so many family members there are no attachments. They think you can get those from tarot, Ouija, and spirits. Yes, I've heard that before. Like, and interesting, right? Because, and then it's like, who's teaching that narrative? That if you use these modalities, you're going to attach something negative to you. Is it because if I start doing things that are helping me explore myself and my connection to source, I don't need an external source. I won't need this belief system. I won't need these people. I won't need to have them in my life. I can find that internally, and that doesn't serve them. So it's so much, who does that serve for me to believe that connecting with my own self and my own power, and recognizing where things come from internally, and being able to work with that leaves them out of the equation, and that's cutting off a lifeline that folks want you to have, right? They want you to be connected to that. They need you to need them. Otherwise, they lose that power, because we give people our power, right? I don't believe people take it. I don't think you can't take what I'm not willing to give. Right? Someone could walk up to me right now and try to put a belief system in front of me, and if I'm not open to it, it's just gonna fly over my head. So fear is an amazing way to control, manipulate, and to connect people to needing them. And yeah, and if I can take away your power to build up my own, it's just something to recognize. Where do these attachment beliefs come from? Who is it empowering for you to believe that there's an attachment attached to you? It's not empowering you. Who's it empowering? So when I unpack that a little bit and I understand that, then I can go back to recognizing where my power lies and where I've given it away and didn't even realize it. Let's keep reading comments. Thank you guys. I put bubbles around me before I went to a funeral yesterday, says Valerie. Tam says, I agree, especially if you are on a grief journey. Jessica says, like blaming an external source for feeling stuck in a cycle of bad luck. Yes, exactly, Jessica. Right. And it doesn't mean there aren't external factors that have created the situation, this dynamic for us. It doesn't mean that crappy life things have come in and created this and that we have to actively go in and have to work through. So it's not like, it's your fault, right? It's not like you did something wrong and that's why you're some horrible person, or if you just, right? I don't want people to, I don't want to ever not say that sometimes life doesn't suck. Sorry about that. And that there are things that we have to face, and there are things that are bigger than us, and we may need help along the journey. Like may need to reach out to a counselor. We may need to reach out to a support system. We may need to reach out to people who can help empower us. But they're empowering us to recognize the shadow side of life, not to make us think that we are powerless against the shadow and this attachment, or that this is something that you have to constantly walk around worried about being infiltrating you. It's something to consider, right? I think whoever, thank you, friends. I love what everybody's saying. And again, sharing your thoughts and comments in the feed is so important because there's somebody who's going to rewatch this later and hopefully it gives them a shift. Hopefully it gives them a new perspective and gives them something to consider rather than me just rambling away. I think that whoever says that sees that attachment may actually see that person's darkness that is within them, right? They may actually see the heavy that they're carrying. I actually can say I misread some energy on a friend years ago where I thought it was an external entity on them because I was seeing that shadow. And because the fear based beliefs I was in, that's what I thought. I'm like, oh, they've got a demonic energy around them. Look at that. Like, look at that. Look what's around them. Not recognizing that it was just the heaviness of their energy in that time and the depression that they were feeling and the hurt. I was using my belief system that I had been trained to believe that was something separate from them, to the point where I wanted this friend to leave and get away from me because they had this energy attached to them, not recognizing that this was just a lot of hurt in their aura, if that's what you want to call it, in their energetic field, that was creating this shadow around them, of pain that they were carrying, and that's what it was, more than an actual separate entity that was on their shoulders, attached to them, sucking the life force out of them, right? Like, but again, but I was coming from a genuinely loving place. I cared, but this was the beliefs that I had. But now I recognize, I can look back and go, oh, I was projecting those beliefs onto my friend rather than recognizing this is the pain that they're carrying. And because I'm somebody sensitive to someone's energy, this is what I'm picking up on rather than it being something separate from her. The mind is powerful, right? I feel if you believe in scary stuff, the scary stuff is real for you, not necessarily real. If that makes sense, it does, right? We're trying to understand it. So we're trying to put a face on it, right? Jay, we're really trying to look at this and understand it. We're going to use our knowledge base, our experiences to best understand what's in front of us. So sometimes if we shift our perspective a little bit, it actually lightens us up. We're like, oh, you mean I can just recognize it for what it is rather than looking at it as something that it's external for me. I can just say, oh, this is just the multifacets of being a human, and that we have these dark sides and times, and we have this energy that can be very transparent. Sometimes we can see it, sometimes it's clearer than other times. And that's what it is, versus trying to make it something that is going to attack us or hurt us or cause us harm, and that we have to be fearful of and scared of. And we can take our power back. Thank you, everybody, for your comments. This is really good. Gigi says, my reason for believing it's too much negative has to do with something I saw on someone else and what followed, not so much about myself. Not sure if attachment is the right word. Yeah, I mean, I, it's interesting. You just said that, and I was talking about the story with my friend, right? Like, I thought, like, or even um, mental illness. The way that I was seeing mental illness on a family member of mine, I saw it as like a little like spirit, like a little gremlin type energy that was on them. And even a coworker. That was the way my brain was interpreting this energy that I saw around them as an actual entity or being. It was my way of trying to understand what I was picking up on these loved ones. And I was giving it a, and again, I want to remind folks, we look for faces and things. If you see something dark and a light, we automatically, our eyes, our minds, because we look for threat and threats have eyes. And so we're looking for the eyes in the darkness. We will still mentally do that. And we'll try to look for the eyes in the picture, and we'll look for the something negative in there. And that's what our mind will do. And as we're trying to interpret what we're seeing. But what you may be seeing, especially empathically, is you're seeing that hurt on them, and you're seeing the pain on them, and the imagery that you're seeing, you're trying to make sense of, is going to be then rooted in whatever your belief system is, and what you've been taught. So that's why you may think, oh, is this a separate energy? Is this a separate, rather than recognizing it as actually just part of the hurt that that person is carrying with them. So are oils sages in a way of are oils sages a way of clearing these, in a sense? Yes, I think it resets our mindset. I do feel like, there's going to be things I don't know everything about, so I'm never going to act like I do or don't. But I do find, for me, using like a sense, a saging, and all of that, prayers, intentions is a great way for me to clear and kind of reset, just like the song that we did at the beginning, to reset the space, setting my intentions. I something about smells. We're olfactory. We're very, as humans, it's something that we find, it's a very powerful tool that we have. So doing something with the olfactory really can kick our mind into a place of surrender and healing and openness. And I think that's why they work so well. Other people's, thank you. What others jumped? Sorry. Okay, it jumped. Sorry, friends. Other people's moods always manipulate mine, trying to work on that, right? We can be so sensitive to other people's feelings. I get I get scolded for using Ouija boards by tons of people because of wild stories that are out there. It's a piece of cardboard and plastic, good intentions, positive energy, and no fear. Yes, I want to give people that reminder. Thank you, Samantha, for saying that. Like, you guys, we are the vessel. It is the tool. The spoon is for, I can dip this spoon into whatever I want. I can go take a mouthful of mud, right? Dirty, stinky pond water, or I can go eat some soup. Maybe I'm gonna have some ice cream. It's just the tool to what I want to connect with. So why people overemphasize the tool? I want to take the spoon and plunk them in the forehead. I mean, if you use it as a weapon, you can weaponize it, right? But it's not. It's the intention behind the use. So thank you for saying that. We're taught to fear everything. I feel like that, Miss J. Like, it's fear is an incredible motivator. It is like, it's the, to me, it's the over processed food of the food world. It's the junk food. It's the quick fix. It's nutritionally undense food, and we gobble it up for some reason, right? I think we have the propensity to want to protect ourselves, and so fear is a great motivator to want to protect ourselves. Like, oh, do I need to protect myself against this or that or this or that? And it engages us, and so it's a powerful tool, but it can be used against us, especially when it's disproportionate to our well being. And so it's really good to recognize the motivation that someone may be using to disempower us, to empower themselves, to then manipulate us into a course of action that is not to our greater benefit. And I have a way to connect with this. We're talking about this a little bit, but now I have a tool for you. Speaking of tools, I have one that I've written down for you to become aware of when you're feeling this energy on you, when you're feeling this negative attachment, when you're feeling this in your body, how to move through it in a way that's productive for you. Let's see what else. I was told to protect my energy. Is that a form of it? I think you were asking about like the sage and the Palo Santos and all of that, right? And I want to say, yeah, protecting my energy is exactly so that I'm not overly empathetic to other people's feelings. I think protecting can be a word of like, I have to protect because something's going to attack. I think protection is an awareness. I want to be aware of my energy and I want an awareness of your energy. So that if something comes in, I can identify it. And like, oh, is this my stuff? Or am I accidentally taking on your stuff? And as an empathic person, I know a lot of us take on other people's feelings because we care. And it's not that we don't want to care, it's that I want to care enough but be self-aware enough that, oh, this is your stuff and I can hold space for it, but I don't have to take it on and wear it. Your thoughts create your reality. They really do influence our reality, don't they? Like the way that we think and perceive things, they really do. And if we are looking for something fearful, we're going to find it. It's really easy. It seems it's almost like we're swimming upstream the other way around, right? Like we're swimming against the fear, and that's what we're doing together by talking about this. Someone's going to see this video and say, "I never really thought about it that way," right? Like this is going to give them something to consider and hopefully empower someone. So thank you, my friends. So how do you explain exorcism? Is that more of a mental illness? It's I want to make sure I never speak out of my own wheelhouse, right? So I want to be careful on what I speak about. What I have seen and watched documentaries about exorcisms is how much the person being put in the situation is being vilified and then they're rising to the occasion. Think of how intense that would be. You've been labeled the black sheep. You've got a lot of emotions and feelings, and you've got a lot of this, you've got a lot going on, and you have been targeted in this situation. You are the manifestation of all the anger and hurt and everything. And the folks interacting with you are using tools to vilify you. And we will take on again if we don't know the difference, we can take on other people's. I'm getting really warm from this. I'm like, spirit's like, whew, I'm like, oh, I can feel this, you guys. We can take on the projections of others. And if you add to it that there's a need for mental health care because you're in a situation that's amplifying all of that and you're not getting those tools, and you have all these people coming at you, and you're not getting the resources that you need, and it can be exacerbating any hurt that you have, and everybody is blaming it on you. At what point do you just say, fine, I am the problem, right? And then you take on that scenario if you're that impressionable, especially if you're young too, right? Or mentally young. You take that on, and then you end up playing into that dynamic in that story. It's disheartening, right? When that could be there's just some care that someone needs. Think of how many times people tried to exercise someone's sexual beliefs out of them or their sexual identity, right? And tried to vilify that. So I just feel like, yeah, it's traits being vilified, from somebody when there's other ways that they could use support and help. But instead, we've demonized them, and it's sad. It's really sad. And people will, again, we're so impressionable. We can end up playing into the role that someone's projecting onto us, and not even know that we're doing it. Especially if you have like 6 or 7 people coming at you or whatever. And again, those people are people who don't want to deal with their crap, so they project it onto you. And that, I've seen that so many times where there's if you've watched the dynamic, it's the patriarchal figures in that relationship who have the issues, who are projecting it onto, not knowing how to deal with the dynamic that's going on. They just blame. They're just going to blame that person. It's their fault. It's their problems. They're demonic. They've got all the issues, and it's so much easier rather than going in and unpacking your own crap that you are projecting onto the situation. Didn't realize how much that was going to hit me, but it does. It makes my heart just heavy for that. So thank you for bringing that up. And again, this is just something for folks to consider. I got to breathe through that one, you guys. Okay, so Gigi says, mine looked like something out of a scary movie. My brain couldn't compute who that person was at first. Thank you so much, Hannah. You're welcome, Gigi, right? And our brain will do that. Our brain just tries, we can jump scare our own selves, right? You ever walked into a room and jump scared yourself because a jacket was hung differently or a chair? and it's out of position. I've done that. I've done a double take, something out of the corner of my eye has moved. And I'm like, whoa, what's that? And it's just, it's literally, it's nothing. But my brain is designed to protect itself. So it's going to jump to make sure it's ready, right? I'm going to be ready to protect myself. Yes. So Rebecca says, kind of like when people see shadows and think it's a negative energy, projecting our beliefs and fear. Yes. So good, you guys. So Samantha says, that's their job. Is to make people feel things. That's entertainment, whether it's sad, happy, scared, angry, movies, music. That's what entertains people, how it makes them feel. So good. Look at you guys. Thank you for all your comments. I really appreciate this. Thank you, friends. Fear is so hard to let go of. It really is. I never want to speak on others' beliefs, but just ask yourself if it serves you with love or fear. That's the best discernment you can utilize. Love that. Thank you, Miss J. I love that. Good job, everybody. Thank you. Waiting for Amanda to catch up, right? And I'm caught up. And if it serves you, keep it. Right. If it serves you and your greater good, you keep it. If it doesn't, start unpacking it and connecting with a community that allows you to move through it, right? And then empowers you. So let me double check if there's anything on the notes that we wanted to check in with. I think we got it all. Basically, is something to consider, right? So, oh, I love this. It's that remembering that our shadow side is to embrace it with compassion, understanding, and curiosity, and not in fear. So, embracing that I have the lights and the darks and the heavies. I've had life experiences, and I want to. And this is the way to go about this. This is the way that I'm going to empower myself to unpack them and to address them. And to stop giving our power away to other people and think that we need other people to resolve. We may need a community of support, we may need help and tools, but to completely disempower ourselves or to label ourselves as bad or negative or that we have an attachment, to disassociate from some of the things that we need to unpack, we can just say, oh, it's an attachment. um, that can, and then the attachment keeps coming back, is something to remember. It's because then maybe it's not an attachment. Maybe it's just something that we need to work through. And we keep trying to project it as something else, but it's just a part of us that we can meet with that compassion and curiosity. And we can meet with that love. And we can meet with an understanding that there's something there, a need that needs to be met, and embrace that rather than trying to be fearful of it. Right. And then we're empowering. I love it. Right, exactly. And no one's saying that if a spirit flips on a light, you don't get a little startled. Exactly. Right. Because there are spirits around us. I love that, you guys. Fear of the fear and the unknown is the worst. Absolutely. I love you guys. So let me give you a way to empower yourself. This is why we've all been on this long, chatting and talking. What do we do? We're going to do a technique together. Miss J says, I had a negative experience a long time ago. Um, and kept a bias for a long time. Yeah, right. Right. We do the best we can with what we've got. And so now if we can start exploring it, going, hmm, is there something else here? Is there more to this? Or was I making this into something because of beliefs that I've had? And that's okay. That as I start to learn and grow and explore, and I recognize where my power is and where I gave it away, just maybe it was unbeknownst to me, I can start calling it back and I can start looking at things in a way that serve me rather than feeling like something that is doing a disservice, right? That all of this experience that I'm going through and everything I've had in life and all the things that life has brought forward for me is been part of my journey, but it's not because something's been put upon me. It's just part of the experience that I have here. And I don't have to worry that in the corner over there in that dark, something's going to jump out and attach onto me. And there we go again. I've got an attachment and, I've got to fight through it. That I can start recognizing that the light and dark is just part of who I am. And these are experiences that I'm having here. And the way I can do that is starting to get exactly calling back your power, exactly, that you've given away. Wow. Thank you. I love that, you guys. Looking back, I understand that is the ease showing me the person's human condition before they passed. Oh, I love that. Okay, Judy, take care. So I want to give you a quick tool. So if you have to leave and pop out of this live, I do want to give you a quick tool so that you can come back and watch it later. I want us to go into, if you have a time, if you're in a place where you can, I want you to go in a place of recognizing your own energy. I think that's the thing is that if you're wondering if it's an attachment, okay, Hannah, but I still believe in attachments. I'm watching this and you haven't convinced me. It's not my job to convince you. It's my job to give you something to consider, to think, feel, believe. I don't try to own that for you, but I want to give you something to consider. And that the more I am less likely to buy into something being an attachment that's outside of me when I'm aware of my own energy. Now, are there spirits that are around us? Hello, I'm a medium, of course, right? There's spirits that are around us. There's energy that's around us. There's energy that we can connect with, can feel, and can sense. Some of it feels heavier than others. It's not necessarily that it's some negative, horrible energy that's trying to attack you. It's an awareness that that energy that's coming forward is a heavier energy. And then we're interpreting that energy and we're doing our best to interpret what's around us. And we're going to use our own point of view to interpret that energy. And I believe there is heavier and lighter energy. I don't necessarily want to equate it as you're evil and you're good. I don't think it's that clear. I think there's a blurred line there. I think they intersect. I think it's just like energy is as complex as the spirit energy is just as complex as we are, if not more. So connecting and understanding the complexity of the spiritual energy. The first way to do that most effectively is connecting with your own energy, being aware of your own energy, sitting in your power, recognizing your own energy. So when something comes up, whether it's a person in the room around you and their energy is kind of down or downtrodden, or they're super happy or excited, and how it affects you, you're aware of your own energy. You can feel that subtle shift. Remember, that's like working with your intuition or connecting with the spirit world, which is something we all are developing, working together. That's why we join these lives together, is that's what we're doing. We're wanting to become aware. So understanding as well, the other part to that component is as we're doing that to develop our intuition and to be better mediums or just recognizing the spirit around us, it also helps us with understanding what is an attachment and believed to be an attachment versus what is actually just us picking up on a different energy than ours. And then we have the authority to not want to lean into that energy and bring it into our space. We can lean in and lean out, right? And be like, I don't want to move into this. I want to move out of that. You have that power, but you have to be able to recognize that subtle difference and shift. So, what do you guys think? How do we feel about doing that together? Doing a quick exercise and meditation, um, putting on some music, and getting into a place of feeling our power, because I'm watching our clock and I want to be mindful of it. So let me know what you think. Would you like to take a couple minutes? I would say this is about a 5-minute exercise. I'll put on some music. Are you in a place to just sit and be in your energy with me for about 5 minutes? So let me know. We'll fill the chat. Ooh, and I'll knock my cup over. Yes, yes. Awesome. And you can do this with or without me. Hi, my friends. Welcome in. You can do this without me. You can rewatch this. There's other great videos out here that help you with this, being able to do exactly this. But this was, I want to make sure I always give props where props are due. Emily's Eyes Hypnosis. This is her hypnotic meditation that she offers for folks on Tiki Taki. So I was watching this. And so this is her, I'd say, system. And I love the way she was saying it. So I'm going to look down and read it and just let you sit in the space, listen to it, and feel it in your body. But I want to make sure I give props to who this is coming from. So this is fantastic. I think she's a hypnotherapist. And I took the hypnotherapy terminology out of it, but I love where she was headed with this. And so I thought, oh, this is really good. So what I want to do is actually, oh, my ears are ringing. Sorry, spirit, ear, squirrel. So I want to lean into this energy with you. And what I want to do is lean into a place of joy. So why do I want to lean into joy with you? Because I want to hold a safe space for you, right? And we're on a camera. So I don't want to lean into a hurting space because I let's be honest, like I can't be there to help support you through the hurt, right? But what I want to do is lean into a place of joy. And I want you to be able to feel that joy in your body. And I want you to be able to lean into that place of joy so that then you're recognizing what your energy feels like in a joyful place. And then if you want to do this in a place of of the sorrow. If you want to take a moment and move and doing this exact same type of exercise in the place of sorrow and feel that as well. And being in a comfortable place to do that, being in a mental place where you feel comfortable. And, it's like, oh, who wants to lean into sorrow? We lean into a place where we hold space for all of our feelings because the more we become identified and aware, identify them, become aware of them, the less likely we're going to be consumed by them. So it's just really having the recognition because then we can decide when to step in and go, oh, okay, I need to lean into this more. You know what? Right now, this may be something I need to hold back. This is too much for me, or I need to have the support of someone else while I'm going through these feelings. So, the most productive thing I could do on this end, recognizing the limitations on being on a screen, is to move into the joyful energy and space and the healing. So, let's do this together. Let me put on some music for us. Cover my device. Hey, Google, play some Reiki Zen meditation music.
All right, Reiki Zen Meditation Music 134 by Yellow Brick Cinema. Here it is on YouTube Music.
Here we go. And can you hear the music? Let me know if you can hear it. Thumbs up if you can hear it. Hearts. You can... Okay, did you guys hear it literally change? I can't make that up. Hey, Google, play Reiki Zen meditation music. That was hilarious.
Okay, check out this Reiki Zen Meditation Music station on YouTube Music.
We did it. Okay, so can you hear the music? And hopefully it's not too loud or over my voice. So let me know if this is working for you. Thumbs up. And that you're in a place and a space where you can sit quietly for a moment. The chat is frozen for a second. So just let me know if you can hear the music, if it's not too loud, or turn it up, turn it down, let me know. Okay. Thanks, Jennifer. Thanks, Jen. Barely. Okay. That's me turning off the light there. Sorry, that was not. Hey, Google, turn up the music. Okay. All right. So I'm going to reset the room. I want you to take your hands and put it to your heart. I want you to say hi. I'm going to say hi to yourself. Breathe in and breathe out comfortably and just say hi. Hi. Do it again. Breathing in, breathing out. Just say hi. Hi. I want you to acknowledge yourself in this moment. I want you to acknowledge you and the love that you have for you. And sit with that, with your hands on your heart. Hey, Google. Again, breathing in, breathing out. Hi. Now, while you're sitting here with your hands on your heart, I want you to find a point above your eyes that you can stare at. I want you to look at a point in the ceiling, look at a spot above you, and I want you to hold your gaze there. I want you to fixate your eyes, relaxing your body, but fixate your eyes, something in front of you that's comfortably in front of you, up above in your gaze. And I want you just to stare up. Continuing to keep yourself in that space of hi and that hello. And as you're staring up, I want you to notice that your eyes start to get a little blurry and that the image may start to blur, and that's okay. Continue to fixate your eyes there. Maybe you find that you start excessively blinking. Maybe you find that your eyes are starting to even water a little. That's okay. Keep staring up. Continue to breathe and relax. Enjoy your breath. Enjoy the space that you're in and hold that gaze. And as you're staring, if you notice your eyes start to feel a little heavy, and maybe you even want to close your eyes, I want you to consider doing exactly that. And when I count to 3, I just want you to close your eyes. 1, 2, 3. Allow your eyelids to feel heavy and droop. Maybe allow your head to lean forward. Allow your shoulders to drop. Continue that rhythmic breathing. Maybe you notice you start to sway a little. The muscles in your jaw start to release them. The tension in your shoulders drops. Notice that you're feeling comfortable in the space that you're sitting. And you feel a comfortable heaviness coming over your body. Your legs start to feel heavy. Just kind of relaxing, cleansing breaths, breathing in, sighing out high. You're welcoming in the most authentic, beautiful, kind version of yourself. And you're embracing everything about you and nothing but love. A beautiful bubble, light, just surrounding you in love. Hi. As you go deeper into this relaxation, I want you to take a minute to remember a moment of joy. Whether it's a recent moment, whether it's a quick little moment of joy, or whether it's deep in your past. Just something that's brought you joy. Recall that moment in time. What brought you joy? Even if it was just the littlest thing, whatever it was. I want you to bring that to the forefront of your mind and allow that scene to unfold. Feel it happening around you, like it's almost happening again. Can you see colors? Do you feel textures? Do you hear sounds? Are there smells? Who are the people around you? Start to take in what you see. Maybe you're feeling physical sensations in your body. Maybe you're feeling warmth or tingles. Do you notice that you want to smile? Do you notice that you even feel like you could laugh? What are you feeling? What are you sensing? Where is that joy located in your body? Where is it? See if you can identify it. Does it maybe come to your mind's eye as a color or a ball of light? Whatever it is, I just want you to lead into that. Keep your attention on that feeling. Enjoying your breathing. Just keep enjoying your breath. Enjoying the space that you're creating. How does it feel? And I want you to feel it growing and spreading throughout your body. Kind of turning up the volume on your joy, just like the music did on its own. Dial it up. Again, you may be feeling like you want to laugh. Maybe you feel like you even want to cry. Tears of joy, whatever it is, just feeling it. Being present in your feelings. Nothing else matters right now. Allow your mouth to smile. Allow your eyes to just relax. Holding your hand to your heart, just giving yourself all the love. Just truly being in the moment of feeling. How good does this feel? Just sit for one more moment. Nothing else matters right now. Just feeling your energy, feeling your body. Great job, everyone. Just letting go, just feeling. If your mind starts to wander, if your brain starts to question, just come back to your breath. Come back to your body. Let your brain know, you'll deal with that later. You're here right now. And bring back in that image of joy. Bring back in that light. Bringing in that sensation of peace and that kindness. Continuing to let it wash over you. Letting your brain know, just one more moment, please. And going back into your breath. Breathing in. And letting it out. And now with an attitude of gratitude, I want you to thank yourself for taking this time to connect with that joy. I want you to thank your body for supporting you. I want you to thank your heart for being open to receiving this joy. I want you to thank your mind for helping embrace these images of joy and happiness. I want you to thank your spirit for guiding you and directing you to be here in this moment, to supporting you. And I want you to slowly, when you're ready, begin to open your eyes, noticing the room around you. I want you to wiggle your fingers, roll your shoulders, breathe out, look around, roll your neck and your back, and come back into the moment with me. Doing it slowly and welcoming yourself back to being your present moment. Get a good stretch. And when you're ready, just put hello in the chat or a wave or a heart. Let me know that you're back and how it went for you. How are you feeling? How'd that go? Great job, everyone. How do you feel now? What's your body feel like? You're so welcome. How are you feeling? What are you noticing? Thank you, everyone. Great job. So proud of everybody. I came out and my ducks started laughing, made me laugh. Oh, grateful for my life. I will say I had a tough time pinpointing joy, but feel much lighter. Yeah, right? It can be hard to find that moment. So it's feeling that energy, even if you can't pinpoint the moment. Well said. Hello, happy, nice. I don't want to come back, right? Joy. My racing mind stopped for a few moments. Thank you. Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you so much, Hannah. I cried happy tears. It was beautiful. Oh, Emily, wonderful. Right? Peaceful. Creating those times and those moments and building that into our life really allows us to then recognize when outside energy around us is someone else's stuff, right? And we because we become comfortable in our own body and our own energy. And the more we get familiar with the way we feel, the more we can understand when we're connecting with how someone else feels. And then we can decide how much we want to connect and how much we don't want to. I thought of myself with my pup on the disc golf course. Haven't felt that joy in quite a while. Oh, that's beautiful. Yes, thank you for this and your energy. Oh, I love you guys. That was beautiful. I was busy making lunch. I'm so glad I can go back and fully enjoy it when I can sit and close my eyes. Yes, I love that. That's what I love about these, right? You can fast forward, move into where you want in this conversation. And I love that. And you can come to the end and do this meditation together. I remembered a moment my husband and I standing in the ocean, just standing in the water. It was only 30 minutes, but it was pure bliss in that moment. Oh, I love that. Thank you so much, Hannah. We should do this every day, 5 minutes. Valerie, it's so nice, right? Especially we can work collectively together. So peaceful. Oh, I love that. And it's something that now I love that we can have this on the stream as well. You can watch it, join it. We can do it together. You can do it. Come back to this moment. You have a video that you can connect with, but you also, we can do it collectively and by yourself. But just remembering the more that we're connected with our own energy, the more we can understand ourselves, the more we can be empowering, and not let other things, situations, or beliefs take our power away. Right. And sometimes we have those heavier moments. We need those too, but we'll be equipped to handle the heavier moments when we can embrace those joys that present themselves in our life as well. And I do recommend, if it's something you want to consider, doing the same type of breath work and exercise when there's a deeper moment that you need to go into, when you're feeling like you're in a mentally secure place and space. I don't recommend telling anybody to do what they call shadow work or just deep work when you're in a place of turmoil or strife. But if you're in a place where you feel safe mentally and you feel like it's something that you're being called to do, you can do the same type of exercise and move into a place of sorrow or hurt and just feel it, knowing that you can also move out of it. Have some music playing so that when that song is over, you're going to take steps to move out of it. You can work with a professional if you don't feel comfortable doing it on your own. I don't just recommend you deep dive in. Do what feels right to you. But that's another way as well. Like as the song comes on, I'm going to feel these feelings as well. So just getting comfortable with feeling the different feelings that we have and experience, because then we won't disassociate and label them as something outside of us. We can recognize how much of it is our own, and then we can recognize when it is someone else and when we want to connect and disconnect. But it's an empowerment rather than being in a victim stance. Beautiful moment, everyone. Your moments are making me smile. Oh, good practice not letting others pull us away from ourselves since I live in a small studio. Saying hi to myself was very powerful as well, right? That personal check in, Jessica. I forget how much we are so busy doing and being that we don't do that personal check in. And that hi to yourself and that awareness of self is so empowering. Tears rolling down my face, but smiling, and a feeling of so much love that totally energized me and made me feel lighter. Thank you. Oh, I love that. So much love. Oh, my baby was jumping in mud puddles. Mud puddles is your imagery. Oh, I love that, my friends. Well, I will give you guys back your day. We went way over our time. And for everybody who hung in on this live, this is beautiful. You're all fantastic. Thank you. I hope, again, we're just revisiting a topic to give folks something to consider. And some folks, this may be a brand new topic that they decide they want to look into and explore. But all of us who hung out together, I can't thank you guys enough. This is so much, so appreciated, so needed. Just know I feel honored to be able to be any part of this connection with you. Thank you, Hannah. for that check-in on ourselves. You're so welcome. I thank you, my friends. Have a beautiful day, everybody. April, have a beautiful day. Let's count each other out with love. Here we go, okay? 5, I love you, I love you. 4, I love you, I love you. 3, I love you, love you. 2, I love you, love you. Valerie, April. 1, I love you, love you. Jessica as well. Take care. Malcolm, thank you. Bye, Lynn. Bye, Lena. Bye, Deborah. Thank you. I'll see you later this afternoon, my friends who know what I'm talking about. And the rest of you, have a great day. Thank you. That was awesome. Jennifer, you're so welcome. Bye, everyone. Bye, Miss J. Bye, Gigi.